Stop! I don't know. Stop thinking you're a failure, okay? I'm gonna tell you why you need to be actually excited when you fail, okay? If you're new here, welcome, and if you're not new here, hey icons! I haven't been very consistent why'd I say it like that? I haven't been very consistent recently, and that is because I went on a trip for my sister's graduation. I was sick last week, and what was the other reason? Oh, I was working on my last video, which was a month-long documentary. So you should definitely watch that because I really love that video. It's one of my favorite ones I've ever made, so you should watch it. So that is why I've been a little bit inconsistent, and I've also been a little bit unmotivated. But that's normal. Motivation ebbs and flows, creativity ebbs and flows, but I'm back. And I have a lot of fun content coming up, so you should definitely subscribe, because not only do you become iconic when you subscribe, but you also get to see all of my iconic content. Anyways, I'm all sold up right now because I was like, why not? That's one of my favorite parts about my podcast is I like to get sold up most of the time. Sometimes I don't feel like it, but today I did. Here's my makeup, and here's my eye makeup. Okay, I look a little crazy. Because sometimes my makeup has to settle in before it looks good, and it looks a little crazy right now. I recently got some new headbands, so I have this little polka dot one. My outfit is very boring because I didn't feel like getting dressed today, but anyways, because I don't know if you knew this, but if you're on your period, you have an excuse to do whatever you want. So anyways, today I'm going to be reading you an essay that I wrote because I'm really, really proud of it. I actually love writing, and a little story. I used to be way behind in reading and writing in school, and then I had this one teacher who gave me extra help, and reading and writing became my strong suit and my favorite thing. And right now my English class is my favorite class. So I wrote an essay for that class, and as I was writing it, I was like, this would be a really good thing to share with my icons on YouTube. So I'm going to share it with you. Basically, we had multiple prompts. Let me pull up all the prompts and I'll tell you which one I chose. But yeah, we're doing a module where basically we're doing resume, cover letter, essay, basically things that are kind of tailored to our future. And so for the essay, we were given prompts. First one: some students have a background, identity, interest, or talent that is so meaningful they believe their application would be incomplete without it. If this sounds like you, then please share your story. This is prompt number 2. The lessons we take from obstacles we encounter can be fundamental to later success. Recount a time when you faced a challenge, setback, or failure. How did it affect you, and what did you learn from the experience? So that is the one that I chose to do, because I immediately thought of a recent setback that I faced that taught me a lot about myself. Number 3, reflect on a time when you questioned or challenged a belief or idea. What prompted your thinking, and what was the outcome? Number 4, reflect on something someone has done for you that has made you happy or thankful in a surprising way. How has this gratitude affected or motivated you? Number 5, discuss an accomplishment, event, or realization that sparked a period of personal growth and a new understanding of yourself or others. I love a period of personal growth. If you know me, you know that. Number 6, describe a topic, idea, or concept you find so engaging that it makes you lose all track of time. Why does it captivate you? What or who do you turn to when you want to learn more? So those are the 6 prompts, and I chose number 2 to write about a failure that I overcame. I was focused on what I overcame. I was focused on what I was reading. I'm so sorry. So, let's talk about it. I'm going to read through it, and then I'm going to give you my thoughts and the key points that I want to go over with you. Okay, first, let's set the scene. I'm walking through the mall when I stumble upon a clothing store. Okay, immediately, let me just pause right there. This seems so materialistic. I don't care. I'm a bit materialistic, and I don't really care to admit that, okay? There's nothing wrong with buying yourself nice things, right? I'm walking through the mall when I stumble upon a clothing store I feel is too good to be true. All of the clothing perfectly matches my style and personality. They're playing music I enjoy, and the workers are so kind. It quickly became my favorite place to shop. Just a side note, I used to be scared of like admitting that I liked shopping or like material things, but like it's not really a problem as long as you have self-control and as long as you don't value it over like more important things like the people in your life, you know? When are we gonna have that conversation? And also, what was I gonna say about it? Oh yeah, when I walk into a mall and I see like all of the clothing stores and everything, I get so inspired to just like level up my style and like I just get so inspired. Okay, this was the same time when I was starting to feel the urge to search for a new job because my current one was hurting my mental health. I seemed to be in the right place at the right time, and I applied for a job there when I got home. Months passed, and I was occupied by other things, but my job was getting increasingly worse, and I knew I needed to find something that suited me more. Oh, another note about that is everyone tried, not everyone, some people try to make me think that I don't know what's best for myself. Every time I've chosen something that I know is best for me, it ends up working out. That's all I gotta say. And I even made a TikTok about this, okay? Because your path only has to make sense to you because it's your path, okay? Like, I have such a deep trust that everything is gonna work out for me. It doesn't matter how or when, that's not up to me. All I know is that it's gonna work out, okay? Every couple of weeks, I would bring resumes around to get my name out there. I decided to give this store another try. About a month later, I unexpectedly got a call for an interview. I felt shocked and ecstatic. Who knew I could land an interview at the job that stayed at the top of my list? I went in and out of the interview with confidence in myself. They said that they would call me back on Friday, and as the day got closer and closer, I felt fear and self-doubt closing in on me. What if I get my hopes up and I don't get this job? What if my family got excited for me and I have to inform them of my rejection? So this is just like setting the scene of the fear because I wanted it so bad and I was so scared that I was going to get disappointed because everyone always says, "Oh, don't get your hopes up." My hopes, they stay up. Like my hopes are always up. I don't care, okay? Um and you just sometimes have to deal with the repercussions of getting your hopes up. But I still maintain hope even when I get disappointed. Okay. Time seemed to completely slow down the day of the call. Okay, genuinely, I can't even explain how that day felt. I have never felt so anxious. Actually, that's not true. But like, I just felt so like like I was frozen in time that whole day, just waiting for the call. Anyways, I checked my phone every 5 minutes and waited in anticipation. I was unable to get anything done that day, and I was sitting there, and I just sat there waiting anxiously. Bro, I was literally like paralyzed that day. I was so scared. When the late afternoon arrived, I decided to call that. Okay, dedicated with shaking hands. Okay, this is like really dramatic, but I don't care. I'm setting the scene. With shaking hands, I dialed the number, fearful that I got my hopes up just to be disappointed. The dial rang and rang and rang. Someone picked up the phone and I asked them for a status update. It seemed that their answer took 10 minutes to come out. We've selected someone else for the position. Girl, oh, I forgot I had this headband on. Like, bro, the feeling, like, I just feel like the job search sometimes is so annoying. I mean, not sometimes, it's very annoying. Like, it's always like, oh, we're not hiring. Oh, we selected someone else. Oh, how about that? Anyways, it was like all my hopes and anticipation were crushed in that one moment. Oh, okay, thank you. I answered as tears began to well up. Girl, no matter what, like, I will still try to maintain my composure in moments like that. Like, bro, I literally was like about to sob and I was like, okay, thanks, bye. Like, bro, I hung up, immediately bursting into sobs at the feeling of rejection and failure. I laid in bed, defeated for the rest of the day, confused at why all the excitement and what seemed to be alignment was for nothing. Looking back months later, I already turned this in, but I'm going to edit this a little bit. Okay. Looking back months later, I wish I could tell that version of myself that she was going to learn so much from that hurtful experience, that although the moment was confusing, it made so much sense eventually. The amount of times I've preached on here about when things feel bad, it'll all make sense eventually, and every bad thing that happens is meant to happen, and all of that. Like, I say that all the time. Here's your example. Here's your example, okay? I was so hurt by that, and it really hurt my self-esteem a lot because I don't know, it felt like things led up to me getting, like, it felt like alignment, as I said, and it wasn't, which really disappointed me. And I feel like a lot of the beliefs that I have around, like, everything lines up and happens for a reason, I was so cynical when that happened, where I was like, is that even true? Like, if things seem to line up and they don't, does that mean that I'm, like, everything that I tell myself to not worry is not true? Which is not true. But in the moment, it felt true. Getting rejected from the, oh yeah, I was literally about to say that. Getting rejected from the job I wanted most took a huge hit to my self-esteem and belief in myself. Every endeavor I had afterwards, a voice kept telling me I wasn't good enough, that I was rejected from the job because there was something wrong with me. Why did it feel like I was in the right place at the right time if I wasn't? Why did I strongly feel that job was meant for me and it wasn't? Does that mean everything I tell myself in order to stop worrying about the future is wrong? Those were like my thoughts at the time. Ugh, it was like, I didn't expect it to hurt that much, but it's just that it felt so much like it was meant for me, and when it wasn't, it was so hurtful. And yeah. Although I couldn't understand why it happened to me at the time, I know now it was a test of my belief in myself. I had to relearn that being rejected doesn't mean I'm not worthy or capable of good things. That job could have been worse than my first one, there's no way to really know. I had to relearn that rejection is always redirecting you to something even better and more aligned for you. I recently got a new job. Going sorry, going into it with the mindset that whether I got it or not, that's what was meant to happen. Because okay, I was really trying to spare my feelings this time. So I was going into it like, if I don't get the job, something else is on the way. If I do get it, it's meant for me. And I got it because I was so detached from the outcome. Because as they say, once once you stop looking, things find you. That job, I thought I really. Oh yeah, and also as I'm saying, I had no idea what that job was going to be like. Maybe it's just a place that I'm meant to shop, you know? Because what feels meant for me could have been like worse than the previous job. You know what I mean? Like I said, there's no way to really know. So it really, like, this happening just gave me a deep, deep trust in my path, because it reminded me that even if I think I know what's best for me, sometimes I don't. And I know that I just said every time I've ever known what's best for myself, I'm talking about specifically like online school. I knew for a fact it would be best for me, and it was. But there's some things where you think you know what's best for yourself and it's not. I'm just talking about like when other people think they know what's best for you, usually they don't. I mean, okay, oh my gosh, there's so many nuances that I have to say about this, because sometimes people do know what's best for you, but sometimes when people are judging your path, they don't know what's best. I don't think I'm making sense. Oh, I don't know, whatever. It's making sense to somebody out there. Um, I also learned the importance of having a deep trust in yourself and your path no matter what setbacks you face. That rejection really hurt at the moment, but it proved that I'm able to overcome any challenge that comes my way. It began as a hit to my self-esteem and and ended up growing my belief in myself and my resilience. It was like, that was just a really good reminder that that job left my life, and at the right time another one came in. The one that is meant for me. I haven't actually started the job yet, but there's something in this job that is meant for me. That's why I got it. So, yeah. Um, I learned that I should never beat myself up for a failure because it's leading me to what's truly aligned. Like, even okay, I'm about to say this. I'm just gonna keep reading and then I'll say my thoughts. Getting the job I have now dissolved much of my worry about the future because it proved that every time I'm worried about how something will work out, those worries are proven wrong. Now, I'm not gonna lie to you, like, it's not that getting that job completely dissolved the worries, but a lot of them. It confirmed a lot of things that I've been needing to like confirm about myself. Just the thought that I'm capable of more than I think, and I need to give myself more credit. And so do you. I know everyone on the other side of the screen. Hmm? Um, okay, I also learned that I'm capable of more than I give myself credit for, and it's crucial to celebrate the wins and take lessons from the losses. Yeah, this is what I say all the time. I'm still editing this essay as if I didn't turn it in already. But yeah, like I said, I say this all the time. Celebrate your win. No, I don't actually, but I say things similar to this all the time. Celebrate your wins and take the lessons from the losses because the losses are always teaching you something. And in if you watched season 18 of Dragways, the finale, Mikey Meeks said something that really stuck with me, which is all of the no's were leading to my ultimate yes. All the most successful people get rejected all the time, and every single rejection leads them to, their big break or something that was meant for them. An example that I just thought of is hey, Daisy Edgar Jones, who I literally love so much. I literally get emotional. I think of her because I love her so much. I'm not parasocial at all. Um, she got rejected from a job. I don't know. She didn't. I don't know what it is, but one that she really wanted, and then getting rejected from that led her to auditioning for Normal People, which was her big break and my favorite show. So yeah, like your biggest rejections can also lead to your biggest successes. Okay, clock it. Going forward, I will keep the understanding that everyone fails, even the most successful people. Failure is success turned inside out. Elle Magazine, that's a quote from Elle Magazine, and it does not diminish your worth. Shortcomings always have valuable lessons hidden in them, and extracting those lessons and moving forward is up to you. From now on, I will remind myself of this situation and remember that having deep trust in yourself will bring you far. I just read that as all the hoes. All the no's lead you to your ultimate yes. Okay, Mikey Meeks. And rejection is always redirection. Your perspective is key, and I will always hold this lesson close to my heart as I move throughout college and beyond. I won't get too caught up in the failures, but remember that what's meant for me will always find me, and what isn't passes me by. One of my favorite essays I've ever written because I love when teachers give you like a bunch of options and then you have like a choice of what you can write about, and it ends up being something that you actually care about, because this is something I'm obviously really passionate about. I talk about this all the time, like the butterfly effect and how, everything happens for a reason, and anything like that I talk about like all the time. That's like the whole point of this podcast, bro. And like I ended it with a quote that I say to myself, my mantra, if you will. Wait, I just figured out my mantra because I was watching an interview. I think it was Royal Court actually, and Brittany Broski was like, "What's your mantra?" And I was trying to think of what mine would be. I think that's my mantra actually. What's meant for me always finds me, and what isn't passes me by. Because I say that to myself all the time, and it's like one of my most comforting phrases that I have in my repertoire. Okay, so key points that we need to talk about. Number one, you are the only one who has to understand your path. If you're making a choice that you know is best for you and people are judging you, ignore them. Unless you're doing something crazy and they have a point, you know what I mean? But that's, take that with a grain of salt, okay? Every failure leads to something better. Every single time. Also, if you're called to, here's your homework. You should write down like all the times that your anxiety has been proven wrong, or times when something has left your life and made room for something better. Because I do that, and it helps a lot to remind myself of that. Because always happens like that. Every no leads to your ultimate yes. We already said that. Rejection is redirection. Those are just some of the things that I like to remind myself whenever I have setbacks. Every failure teaches you an important lesson for next time. It's up to you if a failure hurts your self-esteem or improves it. I know that's hard to hear, and I know that's also like hard. Is it super dark? OMG, I think it is. You know what? I kind of like the vibes of that. I don't really care. What was I saying? Oh, hello. Oh, thanks for asking. I did just dye my hair. So sweet of you. What was I saying? Oh yeah, you have the choice. Like everything is about your perspective. I say this all the time. No, I don't, but I think it all the time. Everything is about your perspective. Your life is what you make of it. Okay. When I started to focus on all the good things about my life and actually look for them, I started to find so much more joy and enjoy my life so much more because there is nothing more draining than being around someone who only sees negative things and only focuses on negative things and is annoying. No shade. Actually, shade. I didn't mean shade by that. Um Anyways, yeah, so it's up to you if you take a failure and you overcome it and you say, "Okay, period, I can overcome anything." Or if you just say, "Oh, that failure sucks. I'm the worst." You know? I mean, obviously in the moment it hurts, but it's up to you how you deal with it. Failing says nothing about your capability because even the most successful people still fail, and every failure led them to the position that they're in now. Ah, that's how it feels hearing that right now. Um, like seriously, I really thought that there's something wrong with me. That's why I didn't get that job. Like, no, baby, no, no, baby, no. So yeah, like seriously, you're not a failure. You're not a failure, girl. Um, and every failure is not the end because it's temporary and you can always get back up. Everything is temporary. Everything is temporary. Remind yourself of that and let that thought that everything is temporary be a comfort and not a anxiety inducing thought. Okay? So yeah. Also, um if through all the prompts I was reading, let me know which one you would have answered and give me a short little answer. And also let me know like what other topics you want to see me talk about on here because yeah, and make sure you subscribe because I have a lot of really fun content coming. But before, wait, this mirror is literally magic, by the way, because it makes you look really amazing, like no matter what. Let me show you. I have my Coca-Cola cherry. Also, okay, it's not Coca-Cola cherry, but I drew cherries on it. Let me know if anyone understands the feeling of having a drink go with your outfit. Because the other day I was drinking a Coke Cherry Zero. Um, and I was like, this goes so well with my outfit. And well, actually, I was talking to myself when I said that, so nobody like agreed with me, but I'm sure somebody would have agreed with me. Because there's just something about that. Okay, I have this. I'm really sad because this is almost empty, but I have this vanilla potion. Ooh, because I'm literally magical. I'm literally a princess. I don't know if you guys knew that, but I am. And oh, it smells so good. But there's something about a delicate bottle. Also, don't be fooled because this was like $18. It's not expensive. I have my leopard print bag and a cherry. What is it called? I don't know. And oh my gosh, what a coincidence! I have my afterthought in my bag. What? What does it say? I always get scared. Fun fact about me: I've been drawn to creative careers since I was literally born. Oh yeah, that's true. That's so true. Like, I have cycled through so many different like careers of what I wanted, and they're all creative. Ooh, and like self-employed. Like, YouTube has always been the number one thing since I was like 5 or 6 or. Sorry about that. And then also modeling. I mean, obviously, I'm gonna do that still. Like, that's still something I want to do. And I also wanted to be an actress at some point. I remember I was like, how old was I? I was probably 10, and I was looking at the website on the family computer of this like child acting like thing where you can like do theater like as a kid. I don't really know. Um, I was looking at that and then I wrote an entire plan. And I remember the only thing I remember was I wrote number one, be less shy. Baby, you have social anxiety. Who's gonna tell you? Because you know what? Everyone always told me when I was a kid, you're shy, you'll get over it, you'll get over it. Baby, let me know when I start getting over it. Let me know when I start. um, no, it's I don't know, whatever. But yeah, like I've always just cycled through a bunch of different careers, like even fashion designer, like that was a recent thing, but I don't want to design, I just want to wear it. Like anything that's like self-employed and creative, I've cycled through and I've decided obviously on YouTube, modeling, everything like that. And yeah. Oh, I also really wanted to be an author when I was in like second grade, and I literally started writing books at some points, and like I was locked in. I was locked in. I would make fake YouTube videos. I would make fake scenarios of me acting. I made a business plan. Be less shy. That was my business plan. Not actually. I had more. I don't remember what the full business plan was. Um, I have a modeling business plan. I have, like, I'm just locked in. Come on. Ever since I was 6, I've been locked in on my career. Come on now. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this episode. I had a lot of fun making this episode. I haven't filmed in a long time. A lot of exciting things are happening in my life right now. A lot of endings and beginnings simultaneously because I'm starting a new job and I'm also graduating. And I'm turning 18 in 3 weeks. Can you believe there's a new My Little Pony movie coming out in 5 weeks? Like, what is happening? I just journaled about it, about how I want to just soak it up and not be like, okay, on to the next thing, on to the next thing, because it is unbelievable how fast my senior year went by. I barely even processed that it started and it's already over, which is fine. Like, there's so much more after high school, and I'm so excited. I'm choosing to be excited about what's going to happen after high school instead of scared, because I know that I'm fine. I know that everything's going to work out in my favor because I'm the luckiest girl in the world. So, yeah, it's taken so long for me to actually have that mindset. Let me just tell you. Anyway, oh, I was looking at a comment and it says, "This is an idea for a title, not the final one," and it was cut off and it just says "for a tit," and I was like, "Girl, what are you writing about?" Oh my gosh. Do you ever just realize that you're an actual person that other people know exists and other people can perceive, and then you get really scared and you're like, oh my gosh, people actually like know my name and know who I am. Oh my gosh, that's so scary. I'm gonna go eat a yogurt bowl because I'm literally shaking. Also, Jennifer's Body is on Netflix because of me, by the way, so you're welcome. I hope now people realize that it's literally a feminist movie. Anyways, stay iconic, as always. Bye.